Hey guys, welcome back to another Enshrouded building episode. The last video you guys absolutely loved, and I really want to thank everyone for the support on that. All the comments were so amazing, and yeah, I'm excited to do something new today. So, before we get started though, I have found out yesterday that Keen Games is doing a building contest, and we're going to submit something. Probably this build behind us, but I'm not too sure. What it does though is it gives us the ability to make some upgrades to this, and I've already started doing some. So in the comments the other day, some people suggested to me that I should be going to get flower soil, which I didn't know was a thing, but apparently there is grass, as you can see here, that is like this crazy green with flowers in it, whereas the regular grass gives us this like random flowers. So I've been putting that in a few spots around here to kind of improve, you know, our flower beds here and there. And over here I've done a little bit. The one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about though is inside here, I've put a little bit flour there and a little bit over here. I've started putting some books in, you know, filling this in a bit more. But the one thing is, I don't know what to do here and here. These two spots kind of bug me. I think for this corner, what we're going to do is I'm going to rip the wall out a little bit. And we're going to do kind of a corner like this, where this will still be the wall, but this wall will be ripped down a little bit, and there'll be like ground and dirt kind of coming through as if this is crumbled and, you know, broken. More organic, as I've been told I didn't say enough last episode or at all, and that's the word I was looking for, so thank you for that. But it, you know, in a normal game, like in Minecraft, I would put like a waterfall here that would come through and down into the floor underneath. But we don't have water in this game, so I'm thinking we just kind of make this corner, you know, more of the earth type things. And then, yeah, this corner as well, I'm hoping you guys might have some ideas for, as well as out here. This flame altar is not necessary, but I think it's kind of cool, and I'd like to keep it, maybe. But this is a very open area, so I'm hoping you guys have some comments and some suggestions for me on this. If you do, please let me know. But enough of that. That isn't the point of the episode today. Today, we are leaving this area and we are heading up north. I have an idea for a build that I have seen very few people try in Enshrouded. For one, because it's going to be super annoying. But I think we can pull it off, and I'm super excited. So let's go. So I've kind of scoured the top left corner of the map here, and right now we're up by Glenwood's End, kind of at the very top of the map, what's currently here anyways. And what I've kind of decided is I want to build a treehouse, and I've been looking around for a good spot for, you know, quite a while here to find kind of the ideal spot to do this. Basically what I'm looking for is at least one tree where, like, it's hard to tell, but the different branches are at like good heights. Some of them have like well, some of them have like multiple branches, like that one there has like 2 or 3 at the lowest level, which would make it kind of hard to do, like hard to build. And I think this one's good. The other thing I was looking for is trees kind of close together in case I have to change my idea here. And I wanted a good view. So from up there, we're gonna see this valley, which is going to be awesome from up there if we do a giant window, whatever. The problem with building a treehouse in Enshrouded is it's super annoying. For one, because I can only get this close to a tree, right? You can see, like, I can't get any closer, which this one's actually not terrible, at least in that spot. But what that means is if I want to build, let's say I do a floor, I can build a floor and I can get it right up inside the tree, no problem. However, if I want to build an individual piece, I can only go that close. Right, it doesn't let my cursor get any closer, so we have to use pre-built pieces, which is fine, except for if you want to do detail work. If I want to go in and like delete something here, I found I can do it if I put it very high up, for instance. If I put that there, I can delete the whole piece, or I can come in here, and if I'm from below, I can reach that, but only if you're from below. If this piece is like here, I can't delete it. I don't know why, but I've only found from below that it works. So we're gonna have a bit of trouble, but I think it's gonna be cool. Anyways, first thing I gotta do is get the flame altar up there. So the collider for the tree is definitely a cylinder. At the bottom, I can get super close to the tree, but up top here, this is as close as I can get all the way around. So the tree obviously has a curve to it, and then the collider goes straight up, which is perfectly fine. It just means that we lose this space, and it makes it to kind of just be like you know, a little bit creative in how we build this. I'll have to fill this a little bit, but like I can't walk through there. It's not possible. And then on this one, same thing. I can only go to right here, right? And I think that's fine, because what I might actually do is move this altar kind of over here a little bit more, and we might center this thing between the two trees, right? It's it's about 3 full tiles between this, which is the size of our last house minus the underground stuff, right? So if I build this kind of center to this, make it so it looks like it's anchored to this tree and this tree as if they're out like either side of it, and then our main kind of like deck area is forward, and we kind of build out this way a little bit if we need it. And then I'm thinking we also build like a room or something up here. So I need to move the altar to do this because we're on the edge of our building area. But if I put like that there, that would be like a second floor. So we'd have like a bedroom up there with the branch here kind of sticking through it. And I think that would be cool. And this also gives us enough room where we're going to get some branches on the inside, but like they're going to be in the roof. So you know, it'll look more, again, more organic. So I think that's going to be cool. But I got to kind of play with this and figure out a actual floor plan, because right now I have no idea. I can visualize parts of this, but some parts of it just aren't clicking quite yet. And that's perfectly fine. What I'm going to do is probably stupid, but I'm going to start building the parts that do click and I think do make sense, which is this floor here and this piece right here. What we're going to do is we're going to do stairs somehow into this. This is going to become a bedroom, and either this block or one forward will be a balcony, right? There'll be walls around. This tree is supporting this room, right? And this part of the house, which will be connected down here somewhere. So it looks like it's sitting on this branch kind of. And then this piece here is going to overlook into the main hall, main room here, right? And then this piece is going to, again, stick forward. Probably no balcony on this one, but it's gonna stick out maybe one more block, and this will be like a working area or a kitchen or whatever it's gonna be. And then over here, I think this is gonna be, we're gonna try to round this, I think. This is the part I don't know what to do yet. So we might round this corner, but there's going to be an exterior here so we can come out and look out and, you know, see this awesome view. And then the one thing I'm kind of thinking is there's 2 branches on these 2 trees underneath this. And if I put a door here and make this whole thing, the second level, exterior, and then you come back in as interior here, I think that would look kind of cool where it's still supported, but it's 2 levels, but not all inside. I think that would be kind of cool, but yeah, I'm gonna wing this because that's what we do best. So I wanted to bring you guys back before I got too far into this. Even though a lot's happened, I really haven't progressed too far. It's been a bit of a challenge trying to just figure out how I want to do this. And honestly, this is starting to look like the front of a building from like Hogwarts Legacy, you know? It's like one of the, this reminds me of like the post office or something from that. So what I'm doing here is I'm using this, the new, what is it, half timbered block? Where are we? Yeah, so these half timbered blocks, and those are making up this pillar here, right? And then it looks kind of, I want to say it's kind of gothic almost, and it's turning out pretty decent. So by using that, we get these little, they have these little sticky outy bits, which I think add just a little bit of detail, put a little bit of stone behind it, and then I'm using refined wood, which is super expensive. So I'm not using on the floors except for the outside, so sorry, the trees in the way. This is refined wood. This is the same as the other one, whatever I said, half timbered. So the reason for that is because to make the refined wood, it's planks, which isn't expensive, but it's time consuming. You gotta throw it through a table saw, which I ran to get so we could get some new items for building. And inside here, I've made a couple of just small details, a couple big windows. There's a hole here on purpose so that this branch comes through. Now, obviously, like this, we have to, you know, it clips to the wall, and I don't care. This clips to the floor, I don't care. I'm not going to try to fix that. But things like this, I made a hole in the ceiling so that way that branch comes through, and we'll make sure that we fix that edge. I think that adds a little bit to it. And then over here, we're going to leave this open. The one thing about this top part is I can't go any closer than this for like to the tree, because the tree is right behind that wall. So I thought I could put the bed in closer, which is why I did this like cutout deeper, but that's as close as I can put it. So I gotta figure out a better way to do this. If I go any closer, it doesn't let me put the bed down. So over here, we're gonna do kind of similar. We're gonna do a huge bay window here, and I started putting these windows in, and I did them at this like weird shape simply because when I put 3 across or whatever, it doesn't fit square like to the center of this wall, and I wanted that. At least doing it this way, it doesn't bug me that it's not centered to the wall. I do the same on this side, so I think I'm going to continue with using that. I think it turned out pretty good. Well, my idea for a simple hunter treehouse is definitely turning into more cathedral looking. I'm not 100% sure I'm sold on this roof part here yet, but I didn't like having like this whole thing open, because then the window looked too small. But then if I went up to you know, all the way to the top, it looked too big. So I kind of did a happy medium here, I think, where by framing this in and adding these little pieces here to kind of frame this piece, and it may be too much detail bringing these all in, like having this ledge all the way around, but I think it turned out decent enough for the look we're going for. We can put, you know, we got drying racks or tables, whatever we're gonna put in here, and I'm thinking that this flame might actually stay here. Like this one's just temporary, so we can, you know, figure out the optimal place to put this, but this might be a good spot for it. I just ate way too much food, and now I'm tired. But I have, however, figured out kind of what I'm doing here-ish. So with the stone on the bottom here, and then these pillars kind of going up, I'm leaving this open as kind of a rounded window, but I don't like that it's open. Like I want it to be windows, you know? And the problem with doing that is I'm gonna have to figure out a way to put windows in here. Do I have any on me? So if I take a window and I put this here, obviously that doesn't work, right? And so with this one, it's gonna be kind of weird. So I might be able to like put windows, like put it back one, or put a pillar here. Like I can make the sides work. It's this one that I don't really know how to accomplish yet. But then doing these, because it's such a weird, like instead of doing 3 across and 3 across and 3 across, I figured if we offset like this, it looks kind of cool. And if we do that in these 3 spots, and I think this will look really awesome. It's going to be a very wide open room, but I think it'll look really cool. And then on the roof, what we're going to do, so kind of the same as the last build I did, we have this stone, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it in grass, because I don't have leaves. But if we cover it in, you know, sheets of grass, yeah, whatever, terrain pieces of grass, I don't know what you'd call that. What I'll do is I'll use slight slopes or even these pieces, and I'll just fill dirt on here. We'll get some grass, it'll look like leaves, it'll be sweet. It's kind of funny how a few small changes totally change your perspective on something. So I've been kind of staring at this for like an hour and a half, just like messing around with little things here and there. And before I was really about to give up on the build. I really didn't like it, and I really was bugging me. But I think I've actually figured it out to a point where I kind of really like it now. So what I've done is I've taken this center window out. There was a third set of frames here. And by doing that, it pushes everything over one floor tile to the right. And then it kind of like, it brings it, it's not so wide that the roof has to be super tall and it's, you know, lots to fill. So the only thing is we have this center beam here, which has to stay, because otherwise like it's an odd number in there, and so the windows don't look good. But I'm also going to take, you can see here the windows currently are only 1 block off this floor, because I've lifted the floor on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to lift them all by 2, and that'll offset these windows from these windows, which gives another kind of flowing up and down look, which I think will help. This wall, I'm probably going to push this door out by 1 tile, just because we need to do something here. We're also going to put a beam like that right here where this floor comes up. We might surround this, but just by putting this fireplace in and not worrying about a second floor, I know I've been doing that a lot in all my builds, but I wanted this to be like a, not like a big epic cabin, but you know, if you go to like Western Canada and rent a cabin, you're gonna get like an open concept cabin. And I think that's kind of what I wanted with this, you know, it's just lots of space. With, we could put storage stuff up top and whatever. Like it's the hunter that we're putting up here. They don't have a lot, at least so far. So as long as we have space for the spindle and the drying racks and stuff, I think we'll be fine. Okay, I'm changing pace a little bit. So the one thing we have about this area here, this is gonna be our entrance eventually, right? And I don't wanna bring it out too far because this tree is not going anywhere unless I cut that down, which we're not gonna do. So what I wanna do though is the bed was gonna go here, but it's like super strange to like walk into the bedroom, right? But what I'm thinking is we can actually put things right up against this back wall. Now, if I put this here, it's a pain in the ass to pick it back up. I actually put a bookcase in here just to try it, and I had to break part of this wall to get it back out because I can't get close enough to get the pickup option, right? So I had to break this pillar to get there. But what I'm thinking is we could do a fireplace here. If I sink this down below, then we can build this and it would be like a nice entranceway. Also, we have this little wall here, which has like a two block gap there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to try, and I don't know if this is gonna work, but I can't break that whole wall out. But let's just see. I'm thinking maybe I sink a bookcase in here, and then we'll have like an in-wall bookcase. So I am gonna sink it, I'm gonna clip it. So I'm gonna have to break that wall in the back, I think. Which I could do, but if we did that, we'd have like a functional bookcase kind of built in. We can change this block, oops, like that. That frames that in. We could change this outside piece. Yeah, we could do that. That won't matter. So it's this one, right? Can I change it? Is that better having that stick out like that? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Should I sink that back in, or is it cool having it stick out like that and having the little color difference? But anyways, let's work on this fireplace. What I'm going to do is what I've been doing lately on all the fire pits. We're going to break this floor out as well. I'll have to put a floor underneath here. Probably, I think it's about this. Let's use stone. Somewhere centered like that. And then when we go to put our floor black in, which I'm going to use stone again, we want it to be sticking up about this high. That way when I do a stone like covering, it covers the bowl of that thing perfectly. And then we put a campfire on top of it, and it looks like an ever-burning campfire, just like we have over there, and it's perfect. Okay, and our fireplace is pretty much done. As always, I've gone ahead and broken a few blocks just to kind of give it that weathered look. We should probably put a block here to bring this down a little bit. It looks a little too square in that corner. Let's go like this and put no, that looks even worse. It looks worse because this actually needs to come out one, which I don't really want to do. No, we go back. I don't like that. The other thing I've done is we've broken the floor. So take the floor out. You can see under the floor here, there is a fireplace, a regular one. It's strictly there so we get the warmth bonus. Obviously, we can't cook on it. And we should use the better ones, like the bigger one, this one here, because that'll give us comfort 3. But this is only for the heat bonus, not for comfort. So I'm hoping people are more about the final result than the process on this build, because I've made a lot of different decisions and kind of like gone back and forth on a bunch of things. And I'm gonna do it again. What I was thinking here, so I'm waiting for tar. Right now I've ran into roof pieces again. I'm trying to finish this roof over here. So what I've done is I've started replacing all this stone with actual roof, and then we don't need to actually put any greenery on here if we don't want to. But what it does is it actually fills the bottom here. So like that looks a lot nicer than that. And once I clean it up and finish it, it'll look way better and kind of just gives a better like woodland feel. I don't want a ton of stone, just enough stone to like accentuate this build, right? Then what I've done is I started messing around with these supports here, and I was thinking, okay, like part of the problem I keep having is this build's too big, and these supports we're gonna like kind of fill it a bit, but then it's making this into a room, and I really like it. So what I did is I took this staircase piece out here. We can't walk there anyways, I can't get close enough. So if this rail actually works, except for this one corner piece, but what I can do then is make this into an entranceway, like an actual large doorway. Maybe we'll put a wall here. I'm not sure yet exactly how I want to do it, but I'm thinking around the tree what I want to do is actually go like this, take some dirt, well, the flower soil, and make a flower bed that ties into the tree. We can't walk there anyways, so it'd be cool to have it like tied in as if it's, you know, growing off the tree like moss or something. And then, because I still want this open concept kind of design, what we can do is actually put a floor up here. So you'll notice that I've actually cleared this floor out because I can lower it. It was right on that piece, so you can see that roof piece right there. It was right there. I can lower it 2 blocks on top of this windowsill, put this floor in that might have a step, so it'll be like a step or 2 up, and then maybe a step up into that. But this gives us our bedroom, and if I build it to here, it also gives us a loft looking down into this, which I think would be awesome. It fills in the open concept thing, but it also closes this area in, so it's not such a like cathedral grand hallway empty space, right? I think that'll work. Unfortunately, it's just more decisions I have to make. And then one thing I think as well, we already put this bookcase here. Let's build another one right here and put our staircase in between it. I think that's the plan. So the ability to place placeables has to be camera related for at least by this tree collider. So I've kind of got this wall figured out now, but I'm running into a bit of a problem. So what I'm going to do, you can see here, the wall's fully done-ish. So we're going to move this wall over a few blocks so it matches these support beams, right? But then this is going to be all interior, and then the exterior is actually going to stop right here. It's going to come kind of like this, that there'll be a wall like there, right? Somewhere in there, so that the tree's inside the base. But what I want to do though is I wanted to make this a big bay window, not a big bay window, but a big window as we have everywhere. The problem is I can't place any more than this, right? I can only get here with those two. I can do way over there, and I can do this one if I go like to a certain spot, but I can't place them any closer than here. Once I place these, they're going to be not able to be picked up as well. But if I go farther back, I can place them no problem. So as long as I place them in the right spot, when I do this, which is going to be super freaking tricky, then I shouldn't have to worry. But I got to find the exact right spot and make sure that they're in the right place before I place them, or we're going to have windows in bad spots that I don't know how to fix. Well, we're committed now, because I can't pick those back up. I can dismantle the damn tree, but I can't pick these stupid... Oh, I can pick them up. Oh, okay. I can actually get a couple of them if I'm in the right spot. Okay, so we're not totally screwed. We'd have to fandangle the bottom two, but whatever. We're going to commit. So I'm honestly not sure how much time has passed since the last clip. It's been at least a couple of hours. I've been kind of just doing little bits of this, just plugging away as I've been doing other things. And it's slowly coming together, but I think I figured out like the majority of this build, and I'm actually almost done. I'm just cleaning up a few things now. So this window is done on the outside, and let's go in and kind of show you guys where I'm at. So I'm still thinking about putting some grass or something on this roof, so that way we get some color out here, and then we have work to do out here. Obviously I have to kind of shape this a bit, put some pillars down, fix the underneath of this. Like it's still lots to do. Inside here I've been kind of messing around with this. So these pillars I've been shaping with, this is some roof pieces from the whatever tarred roof. So that gives that little design. I also pushed this back. It used to be right here. I figured we put it up on top of this, turn it the other way so it kind of fits better. We're going to put like a kitchen type thing in here. Then I've also added this cutout. And basically this is just so we can come out here like this. And then we have a nice way to go around. I have a window on a tree over there that I'm going to have to... How in the hell did I even accomplish that? I got to fix the roof here, obviously. And then over here, so I've put some grass and stuff in here and kind of finished this area a little bit, which I think is going to look really nice if we put some lights, and I'm going to put some more grass, like kind of shape it. I got to fix that wall there yet. The windows up, done in there. I made a little storage area here, and then the outside obviously is pretty rough as well. We need to put pillars in here and clean this up, fix this window because this window looks terrible. I haven't done this door yet, or you can't see it. That window there is not done either, the big one. So the plan here is to somehow take stairs from here and go down and around the tree to the ground. But I was hoping, because you can see this branch right there, there's a branch underneath, and I wanted it to like look like this was holding this up, but I don't think that's gonna work if I want this to go underneath that that cutout there. So yeah, I don't know how we're gonna do the stairs quite yet, but that's where I'm at. Like I said, it's been a few hours, and it'll probably be a few hours when I come back. Well guys, I think I'm finally at a point where I can call this thing done. At least like 95% done. There's a few things left to do, but I'm pretty much out of materials, I'm out of energy, and honestly, I think it's at a good enough place where we can call this thing good, and then plug away at it going forward. So as you can see, I've put the grass in the roof there, and it's really just for this look. I wanted some color from the outside, which you won't see anymore. Like after we get rid of this pillar that I'm on, we'll probably never see it from this angle again, but whatever. I think it really adds to the aesthetic and it makes it look better. It breaks up that roof line. There's a few things with like the window I wanted to fix, but again, from here it looks decent enough. So let's kind of go down here and we'll talk about the staircase. So initially I wanted the staircase to kind of go over here and like come on this side of the tree, which there's floating stuff there, which I probably could still do, but for now I went up this way just so that way I could get this kind of done. It's a little bit too close to the tree here, and I couldn't put this railing in, so I am going to have to do that in the future, but for now, it'll work. Also, the bottom needs to be finished. I need to put wood underneath here and like completely close this all in and clean up all this stuff that sticks down. But like I said, I'm pretty much out of materials. I've gone through probably 600 or 700 wood planks, which are made in the sawmill. There's probably 1,000 clay and a couple thousand wood. Like, it's more than enough that I want to do for right now. The other thing is, there was a tree branch that was here that used to stick in front of this window, and I have no idea what happened to it. So now I have giant holes in my roof that I need to fix because there's no branches there anymore. I don't know what tree changed, if there's that one or what. So initially I wanted the stairs to go this way, but because of this cutout here and this tree in the way, I thought, you know what, let's just make this little balcony area, a little part of the deck here, and it's good enough for the moment. Like I said, we can always come back and fix this stuff later. This window, I kind of want to do a little bit more detail in it, but I'm not sure what I want to do there. So yeah, and I think this, I made this piece stick out a little bit, and I probably should sink it back down so it's the same level. I thought bringing it forward looked kind of cool, but it actually makes it look more flat. So I don't know, I gotta mess with that a little bit. I didn't use any doors because I think, you know, what's the point of having security in a treehouse? We'll be fine, right? I moved the drying racks over here. We have our fireplace, which again is just a sunken brazier in a floor here. And then I was gonna put a campfire on there, but I didn't make one apparently. So for now, it's just a flaming piece of stone, which is fine. I sunk another one of these bookcases in, so we did this one earlier. I put this one in here, which really frames this wall. I think this is a really cool look, and it's actually one of my most favorite things I've figured out in this build is this sunken bookcase thing, just because it adds a little bit of color to the wall, and I think it makes an awesome looking bookcase. Upstairs here, I finished this up, so we've got our bedroom area. We put a sink in here. I made a little jacuzzi tub in the corner, a little reading area. I hid a toilet over here under the trees because we needed it for the comfort level. We're at comfort 33, which is the same as our other house. And yeah, I actually think this turns out cool. Like I wasn't too sure how to fill this at first, but this little corner thing looks awesome. I wish we had water though. If we could put water in this game, this would, like, you could do so much cool stuff with like a flowing water. Then we finish this window, come down here, we've got our I don't know, drop down, I don't know what you want to call that, little mezzanine. Is that a mezzanine? I don't know. And then I put a little flower garden, little flower bed thing in here, just because we can only get this close with to the tree. So that fills that and it ties it with a little greenery off the tree, which helps because this is it's a very wood build, so it's very dark, and then it's very red because of all the lighting. But We got a little storage area, which again, if we were using this as a permanent base, I'd make these magical storage, but for now they're just storages. I've sunk a few more bookcases in here, which again, I'm out of books, so we have a few and that's it. I'd better spindle over, and I'll probably put a better table in here, but for now I'm just have the crafting table there so we can use it. I'd also like to move this. I think it needs to go either farther in here or somewhere else. Like it's in a good spot, but it also seems kind of out of place right here. But if you guys have suggestions on where to put this, let me know, because this area, if I move it, it seems empty, but it also seems like it's in the wrong spot, for one, because it's not centered to this doorway, but whatever. Over here we have a little study reading area, and then we have our fire pit, which again, so same thing with the fire. It's a sunken brazier with a campfire on top of it. I used the what do you call it, the roof pieces to make this little design and these doorways, just to kind of help with like make a different shape than just doing this everywhere, right? And then we have our step up, a little kitchen area. I used a forge. You can actually see the anvil sticking through the rock there, but unless you really notice it, like unless you're looking for it, you will not notice that, and I think it blends in enough. So we have a little stove with a double sink, so, you know, a little kitchen area, a little working table. I think this is probably in the wrong spot, but I don't really know where else to put like a table and put it here. But then I also sunk in 2 shelves side by side. I kind of lined them up so you really can't tell that it's 2 shelves, like they look like one. And then just made it for like a pantry type thing, which I think helps fill this in a little bit, like it adds some depth without like taking up too much space. This corner, I don't know what to do with, but I wanted this like walkway out, and it goes around whatever, right? So then this comes out this way, another little flower bed, watering barrel, which these barrels are huge, by the way. That's, you know, larger than my character is, so not really sure how he carries it and moves it, but whatever. A couple seed beds, because obviously, you know, we're going to be over here. We need to be able to grow things. And then I put flower beds and flower pots. How do you say it? I guess we just flower beds around this this edge here. Little seating area so you can have your morning tea and look out into the world. And yeah, that's pretty much the extent of the build, guys. I do want to fix that lip right there. I've kind of done a little bit, but you can see like it's 3 layers of the same wood, and I don't really like that look, but I'm not sure how else to kind of fix that. So anyways, guys, if you have any suggestions on what else we can do with this, or anything that you think I'm missing or that should go in here, please, by all means, let me know in the comments section below. I really hope you guys enjoy this, and yeah, I guess, as always, I'll see you next time.